researcher, teachers, and my friends over here. So my talk is slightly different, and I know I am standing between this session and the lunch. And hungry people as the angry people. So I will justify my talk. No, not together. So, So definitely I try to justify my talk. Firstly I just definitely acknowledge because this is my disclosure. We cannot teach people anything. We can only help them discover it within themselves. So I am not here to teach you all. Just I want to discover it from yourself. So this is my objective, because all people talking about the research, co-research, and I feel like above research, and because the research is a part and parcel of my life, but apart from the research, I always feel like we are neglecting somewhere our vital aspects of the life, like our relationship, our health, all these things, and we are running towards the success, not for the satisfied life. And I believe that is the more cancerous than cancer itself. So today I feel I'll just beyond cancer, reconstructing life's paradigm. I just try to just remind you to seek the balance and fulfillment in my life, in our life. So that is my aim, and whatever the Patanjali helping in that to prevent cancer, I'll talk about that. So this is the life, you all know what is exactly the life between the BCG and flat ECG. It's true, that is true for everybody's life, And what is the reality of life? I remember the Shakespeare's word. He described very nicely in his drama Macbeth. He says, tomorrow, and tomorrow creeps in this petty pace from day to day to the last level of our recorded time. All our studies have lighted fools to the way of dusty day. Out, deep candles. Life's but walking shadow. A poor player, the stars and faces are upon the stage, then is heard no more. It is a tale told by an idiot, full of sound and fury, signifying nothing. So like a drama, like an artist, like we have given some time, where everybody is just a player in this platform of this world. And when the time is over, everybody says you come down. Like suppose in this stage, after 20 minutes, I'll give the warning to come down. So we are just a player in this world. And that is the ultimate truth of this life. We have to accept that truth. So what is the purpose of life then? So I believe that only the purpose of life to be happy. And so then cancer. The cancer is one aspect of the life. Being a cancer surgeon in the Premier Institute, I definitely talk about the cancer because my research on the cancer is much more. Even I just have got the opportunity to have a research with the Patanjali. And I believe, what is cancer exactly, because what is the cause of the cancer, if you know that cause of the cancer, you can relieve the cancer because cancer is a preventable disease. And I believe cancer is nothing but the chronic physical and mental irritation. We all know that physical irritation may lead to cancer, but I strongly believe the mental irritation also lead to cancer. So these are the incidents, these are the warning incidents. This is the second most common cause of death in worldwide after the heart disease, and incidents gradually increasing. And the India just lost nearly about 8 billion USD every year for the cancer treatment. Huge cost is there related to cancer treatment. So why not prevention? Because prevention is always better than the cure, always and always. So these can see the incidence in India, 14 to 16 lakhs cancer registered every year, and I believe that is 2.5 times less than that exact number. And 28 lakhs people cancer survival at a time in India, and 1 in 9 people likely to have cancer in lifetime. That is very unfortunate and very warning signs for our life. So these are the incidents, and as per the statistics of ICMR, that in 2040, the India is going to be cancer capital. We are already diabetic capital, all know that. And that is very unfortunate part. And this kind of patient presence with us, I want to show my slide, how the patient presence in India, because most all stage 3 and stage 4 cancer, not in the early cancer. And you all know the cancer is curable if it is detected early. So recently I operated this 19.9 kg tumor, that January in these things. That patient came and she came from everywhere, like that was stage 4 colon cancer, and with the meds in the involvement with the liver and peritoneum, different sites. We have done this surgery in the 2 stages. So this kind of patients coming to us, and very, very unfortunate part in India it happens. And everybody, the few days back also it came in the Times of India. What is the most surprising thing in India? The foreigner says that everybody behaves like a doctor. That is very unfortunate part in India. So that's why the patient comes to us in the not in the proper time and proper place. Timely. So this is cancer is, I believe, 70 to 80% preventable disease, and cancer is curable if it is detected early. So how you say the cancer, why it is cancer is preventable disease? I can say because 40 to 50% cancer is tobacco product related, and our lifestyle is responsible for 20 to 30%, and mental irritation, that is also I believe, there's a tension, anxiety, jealous, anger, greed, anxiety, all sort of related to 10 to 20%. If you calculate this thing, sum of this, 80% cancer is preventable. We can prevent the cancer very easily. Apart from this other chronic infection, genetic causes there, our dietary habit, everybody talks about that. So these are the warning signs. Any kind of abnormality persisting starting from the nagging cough, weight loss, or any kind of irregular bowel habit, bleedings, persisting for more than 3 weeks, you should be cautious about that. So this is our research that Patanjali with collaboration we have used for our patients in the cystogrid diamond for as immunonutrient. I can say the results. We did around 50 patients in both the arms, and we have used, instead of the usual immunonutrient, we have used this immunonutrient cystogrid diamond, and we see this, what are the results of this. I will come to the results. The 100 patients are there. We have seen this, what is the complications during surgery and after the surgery. During surgery, we see there is less blood loss in case of when we are used in the cystogrid diamond, and post-op also the patient less hospital stay. And I feel this is very much cost effective because we have used the normal usual protein, other immunonutrient. They are very costly, and cystogrid, most of the half of the price we can have this cystogrid, and I have found this thing in this region, and there is a good results in this. So why not use this cystogrid? This is the results as a whole, and we can find out the importance of the cystogrid diamond as a immunonutrient, how it works in cancer patients. So these are the results I showed. The overall complication was less, and you see the blood transfusion rate also less, and I believe the cystogrid also, the diamond can serve as good immunonutrient than available in the market. So now I come into what is the most surprising thing in the world, that is you can get the reply from the Mahabharata. Yudhishthira reply in the asked question, what is the most surprising thing? So day after day, numerous creatures going to abode of Jam. Those who left behind, they think they are immortal. So we are sitting here, we never think that something happens to us. No disease, cancer, like nothing happened to us. We can just, during driving also, we can use mobile, though we know this mobile use during driving should not be, but we do this. We never think that the accident can happen to us. So that is very surprising thing, but it happens. So this is a bitter pill, So few days back also came Times of India. Being doctors of India, just thinks about that. 20% doctors are obese, 53 are diabetic, and 24% are hypertensive. You couldn't believe that. So it is the fact, it's the reality why it happens to doctors. In 53% diabetes, and because the India is the diabetic capital, I'll say why it is diabetic capital. So these are the things I believe that turns our lives to the cancerous, because chronic complaining to others, criticizing others, negative addiction, bad lifestyle, seeking the approval from the others, unrealistic expectation, disrecognize, negative accompanied with the negative people, and mental distress, and other things of neglecting relationships, comparing with others, expecting greater results with the minimal efforts, looking the happiness outside ourselves, and controlling over the people, and uncontrolled jealous, anger, greed. These are the things related to our life. I think that makes us life more cancerous than the cancer itself. So these are my books I have written on that, how we can survive more than 100 years. I have taken the testimony of those who are surviving more than 95 years. So I don't want to play this video because here all the experience of the bad experience of the people, those who are surviving about the 95 years. And everybody says to achieve the peace is the best achievement in life. Apart from this, everything is zero. So to achieve the peace is the best achievement. I don't want to play right now. So anyway, that how to overcome this kind of cancerous life. So first, everybody knows this thing. We are what we think, what we do, what we eat. That is a very traditional, like an Ayurvedic. From the very beginning, everybody knows that. We know what we are, what we think, what we do, and what we eat. That is most important thing. But hardly we remember this. And that is most important what we think. one important thing you see this, if you see the literature or if you go through the scientific paper, you see that there are 6 to 60,000 thoughts coming in our mind every day. 6 to 60,000 thoughts. Can you believe how to control that thought? 6 to 60,000. If you trap in a bad thought, and your life will be totally gone. So how to control that? I believe that is the decision in decide the destiny. The way we decide, the way we think, that decides our destiny. And I believe the 95% problem in our life because of this area. Just remind this, I realize after that because of this area. Why? The way we talk and the way we eat. If you control this area, I think 90%, 95% problem in our life will be solved. So do you believe that? And I believe we have much more food like this because why India is diabetic capital? What I believe, we are having to have the frequent food. Now suppose in the breakfast, then snacks, then tea, then you go to the office, you have a cup of tea or a biscuit sort of thing is there. Episode of eating is most important than the timing of eating. So every time we just keep having something. So our pancreas gets fatigued and ultimately we develop diabetes. So that is most important thing, you just control this area. I have learned one important like exercise from somewhere in a great place in Kaibalatham near Mumbai. They say that one important exercise, if you keep doing, your everything will be controlled, your weight, your mind, everything. I mean, what is that exercise? They say if somebody offers something, if you keep doing, So this is the best exercise I believe in life. Don't have anything like, because our body is not a garbage, because you can put anything in this garbage. You have to think, you have to be selective in your food. That is most important thing I believe. And then, it's coming here. So what do we eat important because of the food, important of food in Upanishad only they mention the food is only Brahman. That is nothing is called Brahman. Food is only Brahman. You have to take care about your food intake. So that is most important, and we all want to be extraordinary. I believe how to be extraordinary because you have to do extra work. And only the Einstein, Rabindranath Tagore says, only work can give substance to life. If you do the good works, then only you will have the substance, you only happiness. Otherwise, nothing can give you the happiness. So these are the mind game. I see that all are mind game. The best lesson in your life, you can learn how to remain calm in all situations. So this is my formula, my study, my research. I feel the 6 important things we can control our mind. First and foremost thing, you have to be a positive thinker. Second, you have to maintain hygiene. Third, the food intake. I told repeatedly the food is very important. Fourth, you have to have the persistent hobby. That is most important, either gardening, music, painting, whatever the way you like, enjoy your life, you have to have. And fifth is most important, avoid excess thing. Excessive everything in life acts like a poison. So I believe these 5 important things are there, you can control our mind. And this is the education and training, because we are all talking about the education, we are all educated people, but training is required in every aspect. Why that is the thing? You can see this is mainly found in Delhi, everywhere, the educated people, how the educated people behave. But the trained animal, how they are in the queue. So some kind of training is important in our life to be decent in this, like this animal. So like, this is towards my last ending slide, but because our life, how life evolves. I believe the 5 quotient is there. That is first one, foremost quotient, the physical quotient. Even in the Gita, if you see, the first you have to take care of your health. The health, take care, the self-care is the base divine. That is clearly written in the Gita. So you have to take care of ourselves first, the physical quotient. Second, the emotional quotient, that that we have to be empathetic, not sympathetic. We should understand the patient. The patient comes to us, to the doctors. The patient says, oh doctor, ऐसे बात किया मेरा आधा बीमारी खत्म हो गया, because that is called emotional health. You have to improve in your emotional health. And intellectual quotient, everybody we are sitting here, educated people, we are all intelligent, that is important. And social and spiritual quotient, we are talking about the spiritual and social quotient. I think that is compensated to each other. Those who are socially inclined, they are very much spiritual. Those who are spiritual, they are very much socially inclined. So I believe that is the same quotient. And fifth question is most important question, that is like I just example given like a stepney of a vehicle. So that anything damage is there in any kind of cushion, any wheel in this 4-wheeler, so you can manage with this economical cushion. That we have to learn, because that is not usually taught from our childhood. That is important thing to learn also. So this is one Harvard study, you all know this thing, that is I think published 2024. And Harvard study, they mention who people are the happy, real happy people, and that is very much, they are 85 years long study, and they have told that the quality of close relationship, to maintain the good relationship to the surrounding people, they are the only happy people. Even the middle age, those maintaining that relationship, they have the less disease, even the diabetes, other disorder, Alzheimer, arthritis, all sort of disease, heart disease also is less.